Hello everyone, welcome. Today we will be talking about nutrition in plants. Whenever we talk about nutrition in plants, then what is that first comes into our mind? The first thing that comes into mind is how to plants take up their food. Plants they make their own food. That is what is the process known as? Process is known as photosynthesis. Process is known as photosynthesis. This is what plants are looking forward. Plants they make their food by using photosynthesis. Now the thing is, what are the things that is required for photosynthesis? The plants, they are using carbon dioxide and water that is being released off. Okay, now the leaves, in the leaves of the plant, in the presence of sunlight, they absorb the sunlight and then there is a form of chemical reaction that occurs. What are the different chemical reaction that occurs? Water is photolyzed, that is a photochemical reaction takes place in water by using light. It gets converted into hydrogen and oxygen. Okay, and this hydrogen combines with carbon dioxide. Now we have water and carbon dioxide which is getting released. All right. This is what happens in photosynthesis. This is the equation for photosynthesis, where carbon dioxide plus water, which gives out sugar and oxygen. This is what is happening in photosynthesis. As I told you, H2O gets dissociated into hydrogen and oxygen, and then this H2 combines with carbon dioxide, and then it forms the sugar and releases out the oxygen. What happens basically inside the leaves? If you see inside the leaves, this is the leaf which is there. Inside the leaf, if we look into, then we find that there are the empty spaces, which is a stroma. And inside stroma, we have small guard cells. These are the guard cells we have. And inside the guard cells, there is chlorophyll. The entry and exit of carbon dioxide or oxygen, all this happens in the guard cells due to the presence of the stomata. Stomata are small pores which is present. In stomata we have, there is an opening and closing of stomata that helps in the in and out of the oxygen or carbon dioxide that is taking place. Stomata is basically present in the lower side of the leaves. If we see here, initially the stomata is closed. Okay. Once the stomata is closed, then what is happening? The water is moving outside, right? But now, once the water moves to move in, then what happens? The stomata is opened and there is a gap which is there. Stomata is opened and water starts moving in, and then after that also we have the guard cells which opens up and that lies in the stomata. This is what is happening in the stomata, so that the water is moving inside the carbon dioxide and there's a passage of oxygen and carbon dioxide. This is, the thing that happens in photosynthesis. Now let us see what are the main events that takes place in photosynthesis. The first event that takes place in photosynthesis is absorption of light energy by chlorophyll. As it is told that chlorophyll They absorb the light energy. And where is the light energy used? Light energy is used for splitting and breaking of water into hydrogen and oxygen. Once this happens, there is a reduction of carbon dioxide that happens to form carbohydrates. Now, the sunlight, they activate the chlorophyll, which leads to splitting of the water molecule. The hydrogen, which is released by splitting of water molecule, is utilized for reduction of carbon dioxide to produce carbohydrate. Again, the same thing. And oxygen is the byproduct of photosynthesis, and carbohydrate is subsequently converted into starch, and it is stored in the leaves and other storage parts. Splitting of water molecules is a part of light reaction. So these are the events that occurs in photosynthesis. Next we'll come to what is the significance of photosynthesis. Photosynthesis. Photosynthesis is the main way through which solar energy is made available to the different living organisms. We know the prime source of energy is sun. So from sun, how the energy is transferred into the other living organisms? Because of photosynthesis, plants are making food, and this food is eaten up by the other heterotrophic organisms, right? So next, green plants. They are the main producers of ecosystem, as I was telling you, and all the organisms are directly or indirectly they are dependent on the green plants. The process of photosynthesis helps in maintaining the balance of carbon dioxide and oxygen in the air. So these are the main significance of photosynthesis. With this, we are coming to an end of the nutrition in plants. Thank you.